Divine Feminine. Hi. Man, it's been a morning of like tough love. These readings that I've been doing, it feels like this. Like victim mentality has come in and spirit is just like, so own it, take responsibility for it, change, make a choice. You have a choice to change this. Um, the divine masculine, it feels like, is so lonely, but he needs to take responsibility for the fact that he spends so much time either working or trying to make money or pay for these toys or whatever it is. He's spending so much time in an arena that doesn't value him enough because he's avoiding feeling lonely, or he's avoiding um, his emotions, really, which was divine feminine energy. He's avoiding his divine feminine. He's avoiding deep emotions. He's avoiding intimacy. He's avoiding his home because it's so lonely there. But he's not looking at the reasons why. Because he self-sabotages, because he avoids emotion, because things are too intense for him, or because he got himself in that situation. He did something to fuck it up. Self-sabotage. This pattern of self-sabotage. And then he threw himself into work to avoid the pain and is just like this avoidant personality. He needs to do some work to really like own that and take responsibility for that and just accept that that's how he is and that's the pattern that he has and that's what he's been doing in relationship up until now. And like, you're alone because you choose to be alone, dude. Divine feminine, you got some shit to take care of too. It's like they're just showing me, like last night, how I was feeling like down on myself because I've gained weight and I used to be in such great shape, and I miss those days, um, and I just see it little bits at a time, 3 pounds here, 5 pounds there, and it gets me, I spiral, and then it makes it even worse, and I get depressed, and then I don't do the healthy things that I need to do in order to change it. And Spirit this morning is just like, yeah, of course you are, because you have not been eating right. There is compassion there. I know why. I've been working so much on doing like this. There is this deep emotional dive that I've been doing into a trauma in the past, and it feels overwhelming. And sometimes I put so much energy into processing that everything else feels like such a load. And it can be this imbalance between masculine and feminine. He's got this like overabundance of like he's avoiding emotional energy like as much as possible, and she's like immersed as much as she possibly can be in emotion. Like, it's this real imbalanced emotional load. She's carrying the emotional load. I choose to carry the emotional load, though, and I choose to be in that place because it's my wheelhouse. It's where honestly, where the feminine's expertise, and she feels most comfortable there. But I am avoiding other things. I go to that place, to that emotional, to that intuitive, to that like I could sit here and do these readings all day long, because I prefer it. I love it here. I would be here just all day. And sometimes I spend too much time doing this. Sometimes I spend too much time in the metaphysical world, and not enough time in the physical world because I'm avoiding the physical world because it's overwhelming for me. Just like divine masculine is avoiding the metaphysical, the spiritual, the emotional, he's avoiding divine feminine. Divine feminine, you're avoiding divine masculine energy, which is physical, which is the physical. For me, it's because of this trauma that I am processing. But I feel right on the verge of recognizing that. there's a new choice available. There's a new choice available. So it's this is like a wake-up card, just like shaking you. These are the same cards Divine Masculine had out. This lack and this new life coming in very soon. There is a choice point right now for you in choosing yourself, understanding your value, and where you should be investing your time and energy. Something has been draining you. Your vital resources, all this work that I'm doing, it is like leaking out over here in some kind of way. And then I have to do more of the work over here. It's because I'm avoiding masculine energy. The masculine inside of me. The very physical side of me. I've been avoiding that. So Spirit this morning is like, of course you've gained weight because you're not taking care of your physical body the way that you used to. You're not working out. You're not eating right. You're like, beers add up. Even if it's 1 here, 2 there, whatever it is. Those calories add up for you. And so Spirit is like, yeah, of course you did. What are you going to do about it? It's just this space of radical responsibility, okay? So whatever that is for you. Now, sometimes I'm in that place because I'm avoiding being in the real world because of that loneliness. I feel like it's the same thing that Divine Masculine is avoiding and you are avoiding. Now, it feels to me like Divine Masculine, it's possible that he's in a relationship and yet he feels so lonely. Something is missing because it's not aligned for him. And so he's pouring himself into work because when he comes home, he just has to deal with this unaligned situation. And he is disengaged and can't engage, and it's uncomfortable and lonely. Divine Feminine could be the same thing for you too. But you're avoiding a certain kind of loneliness. It's like a self-imposed loneliness for both of us, for both of you. Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. Self-imposed loneliness. I'm going to write that down. Self-imposed. And it was like, in his reading, it was like, yeah, of course, you put yourself there, though, because of self-sabotage. You've sabotaged an intimate relationship. You sabotage any intimate relationship. Why? Let's figure that out. There's some kind of lack, some kind of like not feeling good enough, not feeling like you have enough to offer, or whatever it is. I'm helpless. That's what that little voice inside your head says. Not true. Not anymore. Maybe at some point. There was something that happened that took your choice away from you. So there's a little shadow work that we need to do right now. Okay? By the next month, your life could be radically different just from one tiny little choice. It could be. What do you choose? What is it that you need to choose for yourself? Like, write down a list of all the things that you're avoiding right now. All the things in the physical world that you're avoiding. I've been avoiding, like, not drinking coffee anymore. Like going back over to the mushroom coffee that I used to drink. I've been avoiding doing my taxes. I've been avoiding working out as much as I did before. Physically cleaning clutter up, like my desk right here, filing papers away. Getting organized. There's a bunch of things that I've been avoiding. Write them down. Chip away at them too. Write them down and set a goal for yourself. Set a goal about, I'm going to have this new routine for myself. The days that I work out, I have this natural high more than coffee could ever supply for me. And I recognized that the last 2 times that I did it. I'm just like, and the coffee that I did have ended up being too much for me. And I was just like, it's because of the blood flow. It's about getting yourself moving and the way that your heart is pumping blood through your body. Some of you are physically tired. It's manifesting in a physical way. Whatever it is that you're avoiding, all of these things that you're avoiding is manifesting in a physical way. You are physically exhausted. It's like, how could I possibly even fit that in there? 11:33 on my clock. You could. You could. Even just 5 minutes, even just 7 minutes. It's because you spend time escaping, more time escaping than what you realize. Maybe you're sitting there scrolling on your phone for too long because you need a brain break or something like that. It's an important choice that needs to be made right now. You are so close to breaking through something, an old pattern, and coming into like real connection with divine masculine energy. So it's either like, so divine masculine energy, it is an archetype. It's not even just coming into relationship with someone, though that is coming. It's about getting into real connection with your body and with the physical world. Figuring out all this metaphysical work that you've been doing, all this healing that you've been doing. How is that supposed to be applied in your everyday life? How is it meant to be anchored here in the physical? What does union look like? What is the understanding of all this 5D, like feminine? You've been doing so much work since you woke up. You have so much knowledge, so much higher knowledge. Like, I see like angels around you all the time trying to guide you, giving you information. How does that apply to your everyday life, your taxes? How can that be applied here within your physical body every day to make your life more in alignment? You're getting ready to understand that, but it takes choice. You have to choose to be present in this life. And for some reason, you are avoiding engaging more fully in this life, in your work, in creating your own life. It's like you're a slave or you're a victim to your life. Things are just the way they are, and you've created them this way. That's a spirit again. It's just like, you created this. You created this life. There's something that you don't like about it, and there is something that you really don't like about it. For some of you, it's just like, my partner isn't here yet. You've chosen that. Subconsciously or consciously or whatever it is, you've chosen that. So now it's time to make a new choice. What is it that you really want? What do you want? There's another reading that I did not long ago, and that's the title, What Do You Really Want? Go back and watch that. Maybe there's something in that for you that is going to kick things into high gear and be an activator for you. There's some sort of activator here. It's time to make a change, okay? If you want to dig more into that in your individual situation, I have readings on my website that you can book, and I'll just record them for you and send you over a private link. Or you can email me. All that information is down in the box below. We could do a one-on-one session, a live session like this, and dig really deep and find out what that is. Okay? Love you guys. Get to work.